Os. Welcome everybody, thanks for joining. I'm Tom Callahan. Today a little different kind of a video, just a short one on dojo etiquette. And I've been to so many dojos, and not just Kyokushin, but all kinds of Goju-ryu, Shotokan, Shorin-ryu, Jiu-Jitsu. I've been to so many different dojos. And I notice, especially in the West, that there's a lot of etiquette that is not correct, or there isn't any etiquette at all. And we're following an art form. So in an art form, there's traditions, and there's, in karate, as you know, in Budo specifically, is based in respect. So with respect comes etiquette. So I just want to go over a few little things about that and how we enter, for example, a dojo. And this is my door here to my dojo, so as we walk in, the first thing you do is you bow to the showman. In this particular case, this is the showman, so I would come in and bow. Not everyone uses the word os, not everyone bows the same, so it's okay. Some people bow like this, some people don't say os. A lot of dojos don't say os, obviously. But in Kyokushin, os, then to the dojo mates in the dojo itself, os, and then you walk in. As you leave, to the floor in the dojo mates first, os, finally to the showman, os, and then you exit. Now, most people don't do that, they forget about it, but I think it's very important, very critical to do this kind of a thing. This is part of Budo. It's self-respect and then showing others respect and showing the art the respect it deserves. So how do we bow in Kyokushin? Well, when we bow, our hands, left or right, it doesn't matter. Kancho Okazaki told me that one time because I asked him that question when you bow. So it's right here, and as you come down, you say os. Now my eyes are looking at my imaginary opponent. I can see his feet and I can see his hands. My eyes aren't straight down. I'm not looking up like this. That's not good. That's disrespectful to stare someone in the eyes. So you bow your head slightly in reverence and respect, but you never take your eyes off your opponent. My eyes are on my opponent. I can see his feet and I can see his hands. So my eyes are probably at about a 45-degree angle. And the other important thing is how we bow with our back. We're not bowing like this. We're just going slightly. Slightly, about, I would say, maybe, what's that, 60 degrees maybe? I don't know, 45 to 60. The more respect you want to show, the deeper your bow is. If it's Kaicho, Royama, I bow deeply also. And I'll bow a little more deeply to Kaicho. Mostly, it's just this. As you see my hands, they stay there. My hands stay here as I come up. Os. Okay? So don't swing your hands all over the place either. Okay? So the back, slightly, os. Os. Please practice that a lot. Now, we hear a lot, senpai, sensei, shihan, all these different terms in the dojo. So all senpai means, most of you know this, is a senior student. So, but the funny thing is, I hear senseis in the dojo refer to one of their students, who may be a brown belt or a shodan first-degree black belt, as senpai. That's not good. That person is not the sensei's senpai. Senpai means senior student. Everyone has a kohai-senpai relationship. Younger student, older student, senior, junior, junior, senior. So all the senpai means is senior. Usually you will get that title as a brown belt. Sometimes it takes to be a shodan. And so a green belt or a yellow belt will refer to the brown belt as senpai, os senpai, os senpai. But the sensei or the shihan doesn't say, senpai, come here, I'd like to talk to you. No, call him by his name. If it's Andy or if it's Sally or whomever. But that's where the senpai is known to the kohai as a senpai, not to the sensei. So it only goes one way. It doesn't go down, it only goes up. Also, senpais are generally first and second degree black belts. As a sandan, third degree, you will have an official title as a sensei anywhere in the world. Now, there's a caveat to that. Now, the caveat to that is if you're only a shodan, first or second degree black belt, a shodan or a nidan, and you own your own dojo and you're the head instructor at your dojo, you are referred to as sensei. You're the head teacher at that dojo, so you are the sensei at that dojo. And people should refer to you as sensei. If you're in my dojo and I'm the higher rank and you're studying with me and you're a nidan, you're still senpai. Now, sorry about the flies. If you are a third degree black belt and you're a sensei and you're in my dojo still training under me without your own dojo, you are still a sensei. I will refer to you as sensei in my dojo if you are a sandan or above. Other than that, I will just call you your name. Everyone else will call you sensei as well as a third degree. If you're a second degree or first degree or brown belt, they refer to you as senpai. Little confusing. I hope I explained that properly because it is a little confusing to the people in the West. But again, this goes back to etiquette. So study your history, study your etiquette. This is part of Budo, karate. It's not, in the West, it's not just hitting a bag and fighting and then walking out and just talking and moving around in the dojo. I see dojos where there's no self-discipline. In the Kyokushin dojos, most of them, in the way it should be, there's no talking during the class. Only before the class, after the class. In the class, there's only os and rei. Rei meaning bow. Rei. And there's no talking. You just listen. If they have a question, os, os, os. And another thing I was just thinking about is walking in front of a senior student. Definitely don't walk in front of your teacher. Definitely don't walk in front of someone that's a ranked person. But a kohai junior student should never even walk in front of a senior student. A green belt should not walk in front of a brown belt. So you're educating yourself on this etiquette, and most importantly, you're aware of the traditions, and you're demonstrating your respect for your senior student. This is part of Budo, and it's a critical part of Budo. It makes you who you are. This is why we talk about character. Budo karate is about character. And this is how one of the ways you develop your character. So if someone that's senior to me is standing here, facing this way, I'm not going to walk in front of that person. If there's a wall and I have to walk in front of the person, I will always stop and say, "Oh, sumimasen, sorry, excuse me, sorry," and I'll bow and I'll walk in front of them, and they'll say, "Of course, go." But that just shows that I'm aware of that relationship. But typically, if someone's senior to me, I will walk behind them. So this actually is a good lesson for life in general. Who are you walking in front of? Be respectful. Be aware of your surrounding. Who is who? Where are they? And it's not just about your belt. So I think these little things, how you bow, how you walk in front of someone or behind someone, how you call someone, how you talk with someone. This is all part of the Budo philosophy that we share in the martial arts. And I think in the West, we're losing it, a lot of it, because we're doing so much sport karate and so much sport martial arts about winning a trophy and, and being, famous or what have you. We're forgetting the foundation of what we do. The foundation is Budo. That's what we do to develop our character. Now, we get there in many, many ways, through hard training, through acknowledging the etiquette. Being self-aware is the start. Being self-aware is the start. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of bring that up in this particular video because when I go to different dojos, I see it not practiced properly. And I don't want to go into these dojos and tell people what to do or how to do it, of course. But in this particular video, I hope you take something from it and you take it seriously and demonstrate, walk the walk, lead by example. Okay? Os.